You're quite high up today, aren't you? But so today's Monday and I'm already like really warm and sweaty because we've been having like a heat wave here in England. But next weekend is MCM London Comic Con and I'm going to be in the Creator Pavilion with my stand there and everything. So what we're doing today, and probably it will roll over into tomorrow, is doing a lot of printing, apparel printing, to make stock for Comic Con. So yeah, that's what I'm mainly focusing on today. I've done some admin in the morning and stuff, but I really just wanted to get cracking with apparel because I don't know if you can't see here, but I've got piles of t-shirts that need printing. So I want to get hopefully all the t-shirts done today. I don't know if that's a bit crazy because I do have like 40 t-shirts or something that I want to print out, and then maybe hopefully get totes done, but that might have to wait until tomorrow. But I am doing pretty good in terms of stock for tote bags. I'm just trying to get more stock than I need for conventions, because then I also will have stock for my shop when I get back, because I don't want to come back and have no stock, because these t-shirts take 7 days to dry. So lots of printing to do and trying to keep myself cool. So like I said, I just spent pretty much the rest of the day focusing on lino printing my 3 designs onto a bunch of different t-shirt sizes that I wanted to take to London MCM Comic Con, but also to restock on my shop for when I got back. So I laid out all my supplies, my ink and my roller and everything, and I already had the stacks of t-shirts of all the sizes that I needed to do that day on the other table, so that I knew exactly what I needed to print, as well as tote bags. And after these t-shirts get printed, they need to dry for 7 days, so I have them just hanging on a little clothes hanger in the corner of my studio, but then I also fold them into little piles with a sheet of paper separating each t-shirt so they don't transfer onto each other. So yeah, and that's how I usually do my big printing days, and then I just let them sit for a week until they're fully dry. And if you're interested in any of the materials that I use for lino printing and the whole process of me designing these lino designs, I actually did a whole studio vlog video about this process and you can watch it. But if you're interested in the materials or anything, you can actually head down to the description box and they're all on my Amazon storefront. Yeah, here I'm just printing on tote bags, and what I usually do is I'll print the design onto the front and then use a sheet of paper to protect the design and fold up the bottom of the tote bag up so that I can print my little logo design onto the bottom of the back of the tote design. And this way I can just print both sides without having to let them dry on one side and then go back in and print on the other side. I found this really helpful system that allows me to print on both sides of the tote bag, and then they can all dry at the same time. So after a little break and washing my first design off, I then started printing my second design, which is my Anxious Angel design, and I'm really excited to take this one to MCM because I feel like a lot of people will relate to this one, as I do, and hopefully it will sell really well. And sometimes, as you can see here, there might be like a little spot in the design that doesn't transfer properly, or it could be caused by a number of things, like me not putting enough ink in that specific spot when I'm inking the pad, or there's something on the t-shirt that didn't allow the ink to transfer properly. But I'll usually just have a little tiny paintbrush at hand so that I can fix any little mistakes on the design itself using the ink from the pad over there. And this way I can ensure that like every single design is sort of equal in some way, or that at least you can see the full design.
that was it for my full day of printing. I managed to print about 40 to 50 items, so about 40 t-shirts and then like tote bags and stuff, and this is the result of how they all look and how I leave them be for a whole week to dry. And I'm very, very happy that I managed to do them all in one day. So today I'm focusing on restocking other items for London Comic Con. So this includes sticker packs, mystery packs, things like that. Things that I already have the items for, but just need to be assembled into little packs. So I'm starting off with my nostalgia sticker pack, and I've got all my little designs of stickers laid out. And then I just take one of each. You take a backing card and then put them in their little biodegradable cellophane bags. So yeah, this can be quite boring, but I usually just whack on an audiobook or a podcast or something and keep myself busy and entertained while I'm doing this sort of monotonous task, and it gets quite meditative, I guess, and yeah, it can be quite fun if you like that sort of stuff. So I focused on doing my nostalgia sticker packs and restocking a bunch of those. I also restocked on some of my self-care holographic sticker packs as well, because I think almost sold out of those. And I also off camera restocked a bunch of my hands holding flowers sticker packs as well.
Hi everyone. So this week has been a journey so far, and it's not even the end yet. But yeah, so I've been doing a lot of con prep this week, obviously, because next Thursday, so in exactly a week, I'm going off to London for MCM Comic Con. So I'm trying to be, really prepared. And also it is my first convention that I'm doing with new items such as apparel, so like all the tote bags and the t-shirts, my sketchbooks, things like that. So I was kind of waiting to find out when I got there sort of what I was going to do with my table, and then the closer I got to the end of this week, the more stressed out I was getting about that concept. So I decided I'd actually try to figure out what I'm going to do with my table so I know exactly what I need to take. So this is like my 5th version of what I'm planning on doing with my table. The initial idea that I had for my new table setup, I was thinking, okay, that'll be fine, that'll work. And then 2 days ago, I was like, maybe I should actually measure to see if this new table setup will actually fit on the table size that I am getting given. And so I actually on Tuesday evening decided to test it out on my studio floor. So I put down masking tape on my floor in the dimensions of the table and did like a mock-up of my table setup. Quickly realized that the wooden book stand that I usually take to conventions that I love, that I bought off Etsy, and it's like one of those collapsible ones, not gonna fit where I wanted it to fit. So not taking that anymore. So this is the final layout that I decided on doing. I tested it out on my floor. It works. It fits all the items and the stock that I'm planning on taking. Beforehand, if you've seen any of my other convention tables, I usually would do like an arch sort of situation going on with my grids. This time, I'm not doing that. So I'm doing 2 bigger, so with wider sections on each side, but it does mean that the area sort of in the middle between those is a lot smaller than usual, which means that my wooden book display thing does not fit in this middle gap, so she's not coming anymore. Instead, I got this thing that I actually ordered the other day, and that's what I'm going to be using to display all of my fan art A5 prints. So I'm going to have all of those together in a corner. I'm going to be using that one to display all the small art prints to therefore give me more space on my grids for my bigger prints. On top of all this stress, I've also decided that I'm going to be doing commissions at this convention. So I've decided I'm doing A5 pencil commissions, so portrait commissions this convention, and I'm going to be very careful with, not overworking myself, not burning out. I know how long portraits and like portrait commissions of that size take me, so if I'm getting to the point where I don't think I'm going to finish all the commissions in that day, I will take down the sign so I can make sure that everyone can get their commissions on that day. So we'll see how that goes. Need to go buy an A5 pad of paper tomorrow,
so that I can also do an example commission to display on my table. Got all of my, price lists, my price tags, everything sorted out. I even did some extra stuff this year. I made individual price tags for every item on the table, things like this. Because before I just had like actual price tags that just said £3, whatever, so I could put them anywhere. But this way people can see, for example, acrylic charms, which ones have which prices. And I just think that that's going to make the whole table feel a lot more professional, and it's also going to save a lot of time of people trying to find the price list, trying to figure out what's what. Yeah, I made those yesterday. So yeah. So the video that I filmed for Patreon this month is actually the process video for this big illustration that I did. I'm very, very happy with how it turned out, and I'm really glad I filmed the whole process for it as well. So I just have to edit all of that and then record the voiceover hopefully today if I get it finished, and then post it. Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, and it is the week of MCM Comic Con, which means that I have today and tomorrow basically as my last 2 days of con prep, because then Wednesday I'm packing everything up and I'm leaving for London on Thursday. So on the agenda today, along with some admin, I need to fold down all of the t-shirts into size and pattern, a design order and then tag them all with their little care instruction tags, as well as the tote bags. I also then have to close my shop today because obviously I'm going to be away until next Monday, and pack all the orders that have come in over the weekend and send them off. And then tomorrow I'm doing the last finishing touches to anything that I need to take to London. And on Friday, like I said, I was gonna go buy some A5 paper pads, so I got two. I went to Fred Aldas here in Manchester, and I got these A5 cartridge 220 GSM sheets. They're really nice. And then also on Friday, while I went to a coffee shop to co-work with my friends, I did some example commissions. So I just did some little portraits of my friends. I'll probably just have either one or both of these on my table just to showcase what you can get as a commission. It can be very stressful to do commissions when you're already alone at your table. So that means that I'm gonna have to be doing, customer service, fulfilling orders, talking to people and everything. And if I do get commissions, doing those as well. So we'll see if anyone even gets commissions done. I hope they do, but yeah, they'll be there just in case. But I do feel a lot more confident doing them this time around. With all that said, first order of business is closing my shop so that that's sorted, and then I'll get started on the t-shirts and the tote bags. So when I close my shop, I actually like to put a little notice image up on my closed shop page, and I change this one every time I close it so that it has the new updated reopening date on it. So I take it into Photoshop and I just edit the text that's on this little design that I made on my Procreate like ages ago. And so here you can see me just on Photoshop tweaking it a little bit and basically telling everyone that the shop is closed because I'm not in the studio, I'm out away at a convention, and this is the day that it's going to be open again. And then I started folding down all of my t-shirts, the ones that were hung up especially, and basically putting them into design and size order so that they were in their perfect little neat piles, ready to either put in piles for me to take to MCM to pack them, or to restock them over there on my shelf with all my other t-shirts. And I quite enjoy this. Again, it becomes a really monotonous task, but I quite enjoy it. I like tidying things. I like organizing them into piles, and it just soothes that OCD part of me a little bit. So it's quite nice. And once they were all in their neat little piles, it was time to tag them with their care instruction tags. So I got these little care instruction tags printed when I first started doing these apparel bits, and then I take some twine and basically just loop that into the tags that are on the t-shirt and then through the printed tag, and then just do a little knot. And I really like the sort of like handmade crafty look that the twine gives personally. I think it makes it, it just really rams it home that it's a handmade t-shirt, and there's a lot of, handmade love and care that goes into each one of these, as you can see. So I had a little gnocchi lunch break, as you can see here, just taking a little breather, and went right back into tagging apparel and focused on tote bags after lunch. So everything was pretty much tagged, ready for either shipping out, for fulfilling orders, and also to take to Comic Con.
So I have finished setting up all of these t-shirts and all of these tote bags, as well as some other ones that I've just restocked up on my shelf here. But these over here, these 3 piles, are the ones that I am planning on taking to London Comic Con. I am a bit intimidated about how many these are, but I do want to take like a sizable range of sizes in each design. So we'll see if on Wednesday I can actually pack all these into a duffel bag. But I'm feeling positive. I also got these in the mail, and these are just some flyers that my lovely book publisher that I'm working with for my book that's coming out at the end of this year. They made some flyers for me to take to events like London Comic Con, for example. So yeah, they just arrived and they look really cute. Ooh. So I'm gonna be taking these as well. They just have like, a blurb of what the book's about, when it's coming out, and all that jazz. So I'm taking just a sizable stack of those as well. Had a bit of a nightmare this morning, honestly, but I managed to get on the train. But yeah, I woke up this morning and the first thing that I saw was that my train had been cancelled, which was a really great way to start the day. I did have to buy a new train ticket. Unfortunately, I did have to buy a new train ticket, and that was a lot more expensive because of all these cancellations and stuff, but made it on the train now. So, I'll chat to you when I get down there.
So as soon as I got to the convention center, I honestly kind of blacked out and put in my headphones and just started building up my setup so fast. I kind of went into this weird trance, but I had my little paper design plan on my phone, so I could see what my plan was and then just replicated that onto the table. And it was just really nice because I was so tired, but it was nice to like sort of black out and do like a construction work. It just really got me distracted from how tired I was from the travel. And yeah, I did the grids first, as I always do, and then I forgot to put my runner on my table, so you saw that I had to put it in after the fact because it's my first time using a table runner, so it just slipped my mind. And then I just slowly started adding the different elements onto my table, like building this little shelf thingy that I got for my fan art prints. And again, it was really simple to get put together and it fit all my prints really nicely. So I'm happy that it works and it all came together. As you can see, the fan art prints look very cute. Yeah, I just started setting up all of my prints on the other side of the table and also my sticker packs and anything that was basically on the little shelves. And I brought more prints than I had realized, which is good because I had more designs, but it also meant that I had to do a lot more rearranging to make sure that all of my prints were visible around my setup. So in the end, I managed to figure it out, but it was a bit of a puzzle, a little mind twister trying to figure out where I was going to put all my prints. And the final touches are usually adding these cute little like fake wisteria plants around my table. I just feel like they really tie the whole table together and just make it look really cute, and it matches the vibe of a lot of my artwork that I display. So yeah, I just clip those on to the outside of my grids and it looks so cute. I'm obsessed.
So we're pretty much done. I'm very happy with the final result. It is a very different setup to what I'm used to. So as you can probably remember, I usually do like an arch over the top and stuff with the grids, and then I usually only have like one grid cube of shelf. But this time, because I had so many new things to showcase and I needed a lot more surface area, I decided to do these 2 cubes worth of shelving and then remove the grid. And I really like how it looks. It just looks really nice and spacey. It doesn't look
as claustrophobic as I was worried it was going to. The table runner looks really cute. I'm really happy with it. And yeah, the t-shirts look really cute in the corner here. And I'm obviously going to showcase the tote bags and stuff around the back. And I am very happy. And I've got my commissions over here with the example of my friend Beck just right there. So they're going to keep me company throughout the weekend. Got all the stickers. I also got the leaflets for my book over here. And prints and sticker packs. And then over there, t-shirts, more prints, and more apparel and stuff like that. And then all my books and all that at the bottom. So yeah, very happy with how it turned out. Hi everyone, good morning. Just about to do my makeup. I'm having a little coffee. I wanted to give you guys a little rundown of the day yesterday before I went to sleep, but I was so exhausted. It was a long day. We went after finished setting up, came back to the hotel, had maybe 15 minutes and then left because we went to dinner with some friends who happened to be in town at the same time. So we got back at maybe 11 p.m. and I still needed to shower, get ready for bed, and then get all my stuff sorted in my bag for today, which is the first day of MCM. So I'm very excited for today. I'm a little nervous too because I'm in the Creator Pavilion this year, not in the Artist Alley, and it's the first year that MCM, I think, are doing the Creator Pavilion, and it's making me a little nervous because obviously it's a new thing. I don't know how many people will know about it, if I'll get any foot traffic. We'll see how it goes today. Hopefully it goes well. But yeah, got lots of friends that are at this year's event, so it'll be nice. I've always got someone that I can go have a chat with if I need to. I'm wearing a lot of black today, even though it is polka dotted, but I'm wearing a lot of black, so I'm gonna do a bright red liner just to add some color. Hi Devin.
I'm gonna get me clutching my head.
Yeah. So this morning I got here and I just started setting up all the t-shirts here on hangers on this clothes rail thingy that I bought, and also organizing them by size down here. And I'm gonna go downstairs to the construction shop to see if they have any more hangers so that I can maybe hang up some more. But yeah, I've just been setting up the last few bits, putting everything sort of in their spot behind the scenes. I still have to organize this whole cubicle here, but I can do that in a bit. So I'm gonna go down and see if I can find that. And we are all set up. I think they just opened the doors actually. They just announced it over at the intercom, but it is done. So I said previously that I was really worried that no one was going to get commissions and stuff, or that I just didn't think that I would get any sort of foot traffic, I guess, in the Creative Pavilion, but it wasn't honestly that bad. It was not as good of a convention as I think usually it is at MCM, especially in the Artist Alley. I find that a lot of people were having the same experience, but it was still really nice, and I actually got a lot of commissions over the weekend, which I was so happy about. I got about 3 or 4 on the first day, and then it just kind of got more and more on the other days. And here is me doing a commission, finishing one off, and then spraying it with some hairspray to make sure that it doesn't smudge. And I was just talking to some customers while I was doing that as well. It was a little stressy at times trying to, do commissions, make sure I finished them while also fulfilling orders and, being in customer service, and also trying to make sure I kept eating and drinking enough water and all that stuff. But yeah, I made it through. Saturday was insanely busy as usual, so you might notice that I didn't film anything for Saturday. It was truly just a lot. And someone who came over to my table actually gave me this really lovely bracelet that they made for me, and it made me cry, so thank you so much. The next thing I knew, it was time to take down my table and head home. Taking down the table honestly takes like half the time. It's just really, really easy. And again, I kind of just blacked out and went straight into it. And I really needed to rush to get to the train station to get my train home. So I again didn't film much. Sorry about that.
Hey everyone, so I'm now back in Manchester. Again, as per usual, I was a little too tired to film much of the last 2 days of con and, you know, taking down the table and traveling back because it takes a lot out of you, honestly. But yeah, I made it back home safe. I'm all good. I took the day off yesterday to rest up and recover. But yeah, today I'm actually now unpacking my suitcase and everything from the weekend. And since I was unpacking, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a haul of the, well, a little haul really, because I didn't really have much time during the weekend to look around. So I only did like a really quick, like 20-minute speed run on the last day and got some bits. So I thought I'd show you that before I ended this vlog. So here is the haul. I know it's not big, but it's all I managed to get really in a little moment I squeezed in on Sunday. So first of all, I did a really cute trade with my fellow Portuguese friend who does conventions and stuff around the UK and Europe, and yeah, Bia, I got some really good stuff from her in exchange for a t-shirt, and I'm really happy about these. So cute. Secondly, I found this incredible Dungeon Meshi sticker sheet that I'm obsessed with from Verface. I am obsessed. I'm so happy that they still had some by the time I got there. Next up, I got some little goodies from Ruth Hammond, who I really enjoy. I go to their stand all the time whenever I'm at cons because they always have the cutest stuff. So I got this coaster and these 2 stickers. And then I actually found a new artist that I am obsessed with at the moment. She is a tattoo artist primarily, but she does cons sometimes, and I was so happy that she was there because I became obsessed with her. I followed her on Instagram. I love her style, and she had some really cute bits like this sticker sheet here and this art print that I got from her. Very cute. And I'm also kind of obsessed with her business card. It is adorable. But yeah. And then another artist that I discovered at the Artist Alley that I am so happy I did because I'm obsessed with her works as well is Elythian, and they have the most beautiful stuff that is like right down my alley. But I only had time to like grab like an enamel pin and some stickers and stuff. But yeah, I'm absolutely obsessed with everything. They're so cute. They had beautiful stuff, and I'm definitely going to go on their shop and buy some stuff at some point. And then I was finally really happy that I got to get some Peach Riot stuff. So I actually went in earlier on Saturday to see if they still had any of these in stock, because I've been wanting to get some Peach Riot figurines for ages, but they're obviously like sold out in most places and stuff. But yeah, the guy at the counter was really sweet at Pop Mart and allowed me to like buy these before the event opened. And yeah, and I'm really happy. I got Gigi and Poppy, and I'm so happy. I love these 2 so much, and I'm so excited I finally have them. I'm so happy. That's pretty much it for this studio vlog. I'm going to now unpack all my stuff and take a few days off to recover, and then on Friday I am going to be reopening my shop with the new prints, so the picnic print and the softness print that I took to the convention that people were really excited to see, as well as all of the restocked sizes in the t-shirts. So I really hope you enjoyed this studio vlog. I hope you enjoyed seeing, you know, the whole process of prepping, setting up, and doing a convention as big as MCM. And thank you so much to everyone who came around actually during MCM. It meant so much to me, honestly. It is always so lovely chatting with you all and hearing people say that like watching my videos inspire them to actually get back into drawing is truly just like makes me want to cry. So thank you so much, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.